They tried to cancel her from Asmongold TV. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Trying everything that they can to cancel them. What is this here? What did she even say?
The fact that you can raise money for calling a 5-year-old the N-word is insane. Hope they shut down her campaign. They shouldn't. They didn't shut down Carmelo Anthony's campaign. So getting...
She's right. If you want, like, if they can do... Yeah, she's totally right.
But she's right. Absolutely right.
Just outs you as like a very hypocritical person.
Well, it's not even hypocritical because hypocritical implies it's a double standard. There's not even a double standard. You have one guy that's stabbing someone and killing them in the chest with the knife, and you have another girl that's saying a word. So they're not even equivalent to begin with. So, and this is the problem with this whole conversation.
Exactly. Oh my God. Why we should keep discussing stupid things like this? I mean, this is so obvious. This is so obvious.
No, Kirsche is completely fucking right. Yes, there is no justification for taking down her Give Send Go, but not Carmelo Anthony's. Carmelo Anthony's is 1,000 fucking times worse. It's not even comparable. It's infinitely worse. And so, yes, I don't even understand. And so this is her defending it? This isn't her defending it. This is common fucking sense. How does anybody not think this? The VTuber acknowledge most people don't.
Yeah, Asmon. In a word that people lost common sense. Yes, this is actually terrible. It's one of the things that I always preach here. The back of the common sense. Like I would say that 80%, if not 90% of all problems is caused just by the lack of common sense that people just don't have nowadays anymore. They just don't. And I don't see it coming back soon either. I mean, not at least in the next 10 years or so. If we keep insisting and doing all that we can and that we are doing up to now, then maybe, just maybe, we're gonna see this changing in more 10 years, I guess. But I don't have any hopes or expectations regarding that too. But yeah, we need to keep telling people that the grass is green and not blue. I want my fucking meteor.
Support using racial slurs, but went on to compare Shadow Hendrix contracts about George Floyd. Bostonian guy, think it's okay to say a 5-word? No, I don't think most people think that's okay. Yes. She's right.
No racism, no hate. No racism, no hate. Unless it's against white people, I guess.
She is.
Instead of donating to a trailer trash racist, you can donate to me instead. What
Basically, right.
Okay, all right. And so now the picture is complete. Now we understand what's really going on. All right. How are some people real? I don't know. Yeah, she just wanted that bag. That's what it is.
Little weasel. What a little weasel freak, actually.
True, absolutely.
How in the name of Baby Moses on Fire did we go from the loving society of the 90s to the fucking mess in 2025? That's some chutzpah. A lot of people are just like unfollowed. That's an unfollow for me. Bostonian guy said, oh no, what am I going to do with that?
Yeah, I don't remember you commenting on the Carmelo Anthony fund.
I call this, Kirsche, I call this purifying. That's why I'm doing my best. I will do a better, I made a post in my Twitter and I pinned it, so I can keep weirdo and strange, wicked-minded person and people, out of my audience. Yes, is in order to create a more healthy environment, not a safe space, because that crap doesn't exist. Only inside these weird walktards. But yeah, just to purify things. And actually, it's okay, Kirsche. You're just having your viewers, a bit of your audience purified away. So you only will stay with the quality, good quality ones. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Why aren't they right? Here's the reason why they're not writing articles about me like they are about Kirsche. Do you want to know the real reason why? It's because they know it won't matter. Like, they know that if they write an article about me being a racist, all that's going to get me is another 1 million view video on YouTube, and it's going to be called, I'm being canceled for being right.
Exactly. And it may actually work with Kirsche the first time, maybe, and for the first time, it's probably I mean, it's not the first time that this thing happens to her, but like this, like in this time, it was different. But yeah, this can work like in this time, but in the next one will probably have no effect other than just bring new viewers and people to her. Just like Asmon said that happens to him. It has I would say that it has limited usage, and even so, I don't think this. I think they just had a blow of luck. I mean, come on, I don't know. For me, in my opinion, it wasn't even effective. But you guys are telling that Kirsche herself told that she lost a bit of audience with that. So yeah, I don't think she is still. Even so, I don't think that she still needs to mind something about it. She doesn't have to care at all. Just keep doing you, Kirsche, and Rochi just doing you, and just keep doing you, and I would just keep doing me, and let's just take these people away from our communities. That's all. If they are inside of here,
or something like this,
just
right?
take the leave.
And it's insane. I'm being canceled for fighting against racism, and we already know. So this is the reason why they do it. They attack people like her because
People that cannot defer things and actions, that doesn't have common sense, that doesn't understand the degree of things. I mean, come on. I will say no more. This is just abhorrent. Oh my god. I think I need to do every morning when I wake up, I need to go to Twitter and say, the grass, I need a post and put a plant and say any plant picture in there and say the grass is green and not blue. I guess I'm gonna do this every day. Oh my god, no, because I just too it's just too much annoying to do this every day. But yes, I should do that. I think at least once I will do a post like that. I will. I'm not joking. At least also I will do a post like that.
She's smaller. She can't defend herself in the same way that I can. And they're hoping to effectively bully.
I mean, she is smaller, but I think she's big enough to gather like more audience. She already reached you to you, so you know about the situation. And you're you're going to her defense. So she's big enough for you to notice that happening with her. So, yeah, it by itself, it helps because a lot of people would take her defense too, as I'm doing here.
Into like not.
Not that in my case this happens.
Her.
My audience
now,
is very
this is
small
the
yet.
truth. You can never rely on a sponsor. You can never rely on any of these people to like actually give a shit about you. If you're a content creator, you should always focus on yourself. Never rely on sponsors because they will drop you the moment that things get rough. And so I'll listen to a little bit more about this, right? And then we'll move on. But I'll see if there's a timestamp 257. Okay.
Okay to call a 5-year-old the N-word. I don't think most people think it's okay.
Oh, okay. So that, yeah, everybody knows that.
I think there are a lot of people who are tired of things happening, like Daniel Penny, like...
Yeah, Daniel Penny, total fucking W. Absolutely. The guy was a fucking psycho that he killed.
It's just the way of things. It's just like that. Come on.
This guy attacked an unarmed woman multiple fucking times. The guy that Daniel Penny choked out and killed. Guy was a total fucking parasite. The only person who's in the wrong here isn't Daniel Penny. I don't even feel bad for the guy that got killed. Well, actually, I do feel bad for him. That's what I meant to say. I do feel bad for him. The police should have put him in a fucking insane asylum. Really, I'm not even kidding you. The guy was fucking insane. How do you have 20 assaults? It's nuts.
That is true. That is true.
The whole George Floyd incident and the Summer of Love.
Yeah.
Like the Carmelo Anthony. There's just a lot of people tired of the two-tier justice system, and they start saying some crazy things and doing...
That's exactly right. She is totally, absolutely, completely, unequivocally right. This is absolutely what people believe. And I understand that there are retards on Twitter that don't want to believe it, that don't want it to be real. They think it shouldn't be real. They don't think you should be able to say it. But the fact is, this is the way that people think.
It's the same old thing. They wanna live. They just wanna live inside that little small brain-sized safe space environments inside their heads, and they will try to shape the reality as their will all the time, so they don't have to face the reality and deal with the consequences of his own actions. Because nowadays, one of the main problems of our society is that people are not fucking taking accountability for their own shit. This is the problem. This is one of the problems. I mean, it's like every human being ranged to, I don't know, like a 15 to 30 years old just became babies. I don't know what to say anymore. I really don't.
They think it is
I really
disgusting
don't.
and absolutely ridiculous that a person is able to raise $500,000 after they kill somebody in cold blood in the middle of everybody else with a knife through the heart. This is some fucking Aztec Mayan sacrifice ritual shit. The guy raises $500,000 and then these people are getting bent out of shape about a word? Get the fuck out of here. Burning down entire cities because one police officer that immediately got put in jail and put on trial, this guy somehow is like the reason why you're gonna burn down an auto zone? Get the fuck out of here. It's outrageous. And everybody can see this. By the way, every single person can see this. And this is the reason why it made so much money. It's because people are tired of walking around eggshells trying to tiptoe around lies. Kirsche is completely fucking right. 100%. And even if you don't agree with her and you think that that's not the way it should be, you should also acknowledge that it is the way it is. I don't care about what your opinion on how life should be. At least acknowledge what's in plain sight. I think it's more in the tensions, and the George Floyd thing was just a tipping point. The fact is that I was very much like in favor of the I was a George Floyd supporter in general. Like I didn't like that Derek Chauvin guy either. There was a lot of people in my audience that were unhappy about that, and I don't want to go through that whole thing. But I will reiterate my position. I think that if George Floyd wasn't pulled out of the car by that fucking officer, he'd probably still be alive, right? There's a good chance. But yeah, sorry. I do, and I think the officer was a piece of shit. But, and anyway, no, I'm telling you, like, just look at his history.
Of course, because one wrongdoing doesn't justify another. But the thing is that the guy is being used as a massive weapon up until nowadays. And that just doesn't make any sense, and is being used for the wrong reasons by the walktards. So, yeah, I mean, it's not because what happened to him isn't wrong or anything like that. It is. But, come on, I don't want to be explaining this. I don't want to explain this. Because it should be common sense. I mean, this should be self-explanatory just by the points that I've said up until now here. Come on. I know my audience understood this, but if you're not from my audience and it's reaching here for the first time, I mean, I repeat this so often in my videos, so often, and barely. I think every day. That I just not feeling like a repeat this time. Come on, I'm sorry. My throat isn't good yet. I just don't want to go through this for explain things that I.
But anyways, 0% chance. Yeah, I have no. Like, I mean, the guy had such a massive, bold claim. Just look up his history as an officer before this. But anyway, as an overdose, don't care. That's not my point. But my point here is that whenever I see this, I think to myself, this is a person who is trying to explain the way that other people feel and she's getting canceled, and they're trying to cancel her for this, just simply for expressing the way that people feel. And the reason why is because the people that have this mindset are so afraid of other people finding out that there's actually a consensus against them. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, who gives a fuck?
It makes a lot of sense. It makes total sense. And it's
Fucking make
clear
me sad.
why.
No, I'm being honest.
It's very clear why.
And yeah, cop to get a job. Cop to his job. I don't want to argue about the George Floyd thing. I've already made my position completely clear. There's a whole video about it. I don't want to go through the whole thing again, right? And so that's it. I mean, if you're unhappy that I have this viewpoint, you're not going to like type something in chat that's going to like get me mad and make me change my mind. I don't care what your opinion.
It's because people don't know how to separate things anymore. It was like exactly like I was showing to my community on Discord that I was watching a video on Twitter, that a small video of a guy robbing I don't know the words in English. It's like a hat, but it's not a hat. Like, oh my god, let me see the word here. Come on, let me see the word here. Let me check it here. Yeah, I'm sorry. Cap is the word. So the guy, it was a black guy, and he was stealing someone's cap from he was recording himself or something like that, or someone was recording him, I don't remember. He's stealing the hat of someone inside the train. And he puts his hand through a very small breach in the window of the train and grab his cap from inside and push it to outside, and then the train starts to move. And the guy loses the cap. So a bunch of retarded came in the comments and say that the only reason that he did that is just because he's black, and every black people does robbery and murder. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. I mean, it's like what I say. These Democrats and these woketards, I mean, you know, this leftish, they push so hard this horrible agenda that they are increasing and not decreasing. They are increasing racism against people. They don't know how to separate anymore, or they are the side of the woketards that defends, quote unquote, defends it, or they are totally like becoming real Nazis for real. Actually, they are just treating every black man now like a black man, a woman like a potential murderers and etc. This is just disgusting and stupid. I've been realizing this in the last few months. This is just horrible. I mean, and then people come with data. Oh, but look at this. They do the majority, the most huge amount of the majority of murders and etc. and robbery and etc. Yes, that can be true, but you cannot generalize. Like, you cannot totalize an entire race because of that. There's good people in every race. You guys need to bring back the common sense. You cannot just be all black and white. The life is gray. You need to, come on, you need to be more, just use your brains. What's happening with people? This is disgusting. I'm really lacking words here to explain my emotions, but do I need to explain? Just a bit of common sense should be enough to know this. Come on. And then I had to, I did a few responses, and they keep insisting that I was wrong. Or they say to me to move Africa if I like that. Come on, my country is like half of people black. I don't need to move Africa for this. And yeah, the data here is also true. They do commit the majority of crimes. Really. But even so, this is not an excuse for you to put everyone in the same package. It's not like that. It is not. Okay? It is not. This is
opinion
why
is,
I
I
need
only
to
care
keep
what my
talking about
opinion
this.
is.
Oh my god.
And so anyway, yeah, just go watch the VOD, watch the video. I don't want to hear about it. My point is, and this is again beside it, because even if you think that the cop killed George Floyd in cold blood, right? Like you assume everything about it is true. He just straight up executed George Floyd right there. It shouldn't really make a difference, and you shouldn't go burn down a random building in another state, right? It's insane. And so anyway, you're an organ of speech.
Exactly.
You need someone with the facts that really affect people. Well, the facts are that I think this is the way that a lot of people feel about it. It is
some crazy things.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it okay, but it's like.
So this is what I think is so funny about it. So you can read this article that's written about her, and so I want you to look and listen to it.
They start saying some crazy things and doing some crazy things. Hello, Anthony. There's just people who are tired of things happening, like Daniel Penny, like the whole George Floyd incident and the Summer of Love, like the Carmelo Anthony.
Yes.
There's just a lot of people tired of the two-tier justice system, and they start saying some crazy things and doing some crazy things. That doesn't make it okay, but it's like, that's just.
So she even says, that doesn't mean that it's okay that they're doing this. I'm just explaining this is why they're doing it. But this was intentionally cut out of context in this article, and the goal of it being intentionally cut out of context is very clearly to make her look bad. This is what happens. It goes back to the Michael Brand hands up, don't shoot lies. I don't remember about that. I'm just saying in general. People are tired, and that's where we are, unfortunately. That doesn't make it okay. Oh, here it is right here. Claims that people are tired of two-tier justice system and seem to insinuate that Shiloh Hendrick's usage of the N-word was just a consequence of where we're at now. It is. She's right. Everybody's getting mad at her for saying this, but the fact is that she's completely right. And people want to complain and get her canceled and try to make sponsors leave, etc. Here's what I think that a lot of these sponsors need to realize. A lot of the public is waking up to these obvious lies, and there are, I think, infinitely more people that agree with Kirsche and also agree with like my same take on this as well than the people that agree with these mentally ill freaks.
I feel the same.
And so if you start dropping people because they're inconvenient for a small subset of people that probably don't even like your food to begin with, they don't even like your product to begin with, they're just trying to bully you into, taking away a person's like financial ability to like make money, you're gonna have nobody supporting you, right? How would they know, though? The companies? Well, the companies, I think that every company should try to make a decision based off of that, right? You do that a lot. You understand where people are coming from and why they did it, but people think you're defending them, which you're not. Yeah, understanding is not the same thing as defending. And so that's basically it. That's her. That's her. She really looks like she can be in Trump's cabinet. No, it's not even her. That's the woman. Yes. I don't know. That's obviously not okay, but yeah, so you can't even have, and this is the problem with these people, is that you can't even have a conversation about this kind of stuff at all with them, because the moment that you do, they instantly try to take what you say and turn it into something else.
You cannot. Believe me, I tried.
Yeah, so low IQ takes.
Yeah,
they're just fucking retards. And they're trying to attack people's, like sponsors and everything like this. I think that the best thing that a content creator can do is to move completely away from needing these like continuous sponsorships because of just how risky they are. And the guy tried to imply that she's a Nazi because one of the retweets has a swastika in the book. Yeah, it's intentionally misinterpreted. It is. And I just see this happen, and I find it to be disappointing and very annoying, honestly, because I just, I think it's ridiculous. And I feel bad for people that get attacked like this and demonized whenever they're saying something that most people agree with. And I think if sponsors drop people like Kirsche because of this, they're going to realize that there are infinitely more people out there that support her than support some random fucking weird freak on Twitter that's trying to get her canceled. And that's the truth. So have they released the video footage of Carmelo yet? No, they haven't. They probably won't do that until the trial, and then the trial won't be public. We'll probably never see it, to be honest. So, yeah. Elon Twitter also moved away from advertiser sponsors because it's unsustainable. Well,
and I find so stupid that the sponsors usually usually like 99% of them are always in the wrong side, are always defending the wrong side, and always avoiding canceling the wrong people of their contracts. They keep the rogue ones that no one likes them. The majority of people are against them, don't agree with them, and they oh my god, they keep financially accepting people like that while they cancel people like Kirsche. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. I was trying to get in touch with gamer subs. I think I told you some video before. But I knew about the Cinder thing and whatsoever, so I come on, I don't even knew if they would want me to begin with, but after that I kinda lose my motivation knowing that Cinder has parts of gamer subs. For real. I kinda lose motivation after that. But for me, if gamer subs cut out Kirsche because of that, I don't even wanna be a part of it. I don't want to be. I don't even. Even if they wanted me to be, I don't even wouldn't want to be a part of it.
Well,
This is
the
just
thing
stupid.
is that the problem, here's the issue that I have with
And I
advertisers.
don't fear saying this.
The issue that I have with advertisers is that advertisers effectively try to compel speech by withholding funds and not giving people money for advertising, which, to be fair, is their right to do. But the result of that is that everybody has to effectively abide by the speech policies of these massive international companies that oftentimes utilize slave labor and other forms of completely unethical, like labor in order to make products. So it's like, in what universe is somebody saying a word worse than, let's say, somebody going and, selling a product that was created through cobalt mines, right? And so, Mr. Pokey, thank you very much for the gifted subs. The raid, thank you very much, man. I hope you guys are doing well. Hi, guys. Hello. Hi, Mr. Pokey was on our podcast back in the day. I remember that. And it's caring capitalism. If something is an advertiser safe, it's considered extremism. Yes, I really like that. Yes, if something isn't considered advertiser safe, it's considered extremism. I think that advertisers need to realize, and this is what I think that we need to do collectively as a community, like not just me, but like in general, is that we need to come together and just absolutely, totally, like if somebody gets taken off of a sponsor because of like something bad that they said and it's not really bad, it's just like taken out of context, I think that we should absolutely shit on them. Like 100% we should. Because there needs to be a awareness that this type of behavior.
I've seen people trying it a lot from time to time to boycott them and etc. Companies like this, but it doesn't really helps. It doesn't really works in the end, and it's sad. I wish it would work like that. Things would be so much easier, and we probably wouldn't be in the point that we are nowadays if things were easy to fix like that, to be honest. So, of course, we might to keep trying. We have to keep trying. So, better this than try nothing, exactly. Yes, we can try that, but I'm not sure if that's gonna work, because I've seen this happening many times and it never worked in the end. They don't seem to care about any of this. It doesn't seem to impact them in any way. Even when they lose money, it seems like a momentary move and they start gaining money again when people forget.
Isn't acceptable in the public anymore. And I think that it's not. And we need to cancel culture. Yes, and the way that you do that, by the way, like Amber Heard. So I think a really great example of this is like Bud Light. And it's also a lot of gaming companies. Gaming companies now are terrified to do anything because they're worried that people like me might make a video about it and they might totally shit on the game and destroy the game's popularity. I want to say that good. Absolutely. We want you afraid. We want you to not feel like you can do this kind of stuff. And I will continue to use this power as a weapon against the people who have weaponized it against me. And so this is what I will continue to do. I think these people are absolute fucking parasites. They are awful people. And also, beyond everything, they are dishonest. They are lying and they are dishonest.
He said it.
And they're trying to force people into behavior. Concord put the fear of God in them. Yes, exactly. And so whenever any of these things happen and somebody loses a sponsor or they like support somebody like this, I think you should absolutely shit on them as much as you possibly can to make advertisers terrified of making these decisions again. And I think that if you do that, you can stop it from happening. Because keep in mind that the advertisers do not actually care about any of these social issues. They do not care about trans people. They do not care about non-binary people. They do not care about anybody except for money. That's it. And so that's really what I think in general should happen. And let's see here. Live service games are for bottom feeders. Maybe, right? For people who might take that as a context with the image in front of us. Well, my point is that any sort of cancel campaign that works, I think that we should actively try to make it as known as possible that the cancel campaign was a bad idea and the company should feel bad for doing it. That's the reason for capitulating to it. Advertisers care about money and the loss of it? Yeah. Careful, bro. Cameras must drop you. I don't think I'm really involved with them anymore since I'm not an OTK, right? But and I don't, and also like this is just in general the way that I feel. But yes, put the fear of God in them. Because that's exactly what people like this want to do to you. That is exactly what it is. And if you...
Yeah, and it's very fun that people like Hassan really see really no accountability what he's wrong about his wrongdoings. You can support internally, or you can try to report him like he's saying. Yeah, report him many times. I'm pretty sure that a huge amount of people did that already, and nothing happens. Nothing really happens with that. It's just amazing. But people like Tecton, easily banned for talking about Frogan and just get banned instantly. Yes. It's just like that. What to do about it, huh? What to do about it? It's like, I forgot the words that we have for it. When one thing is different from one person, that is different from the other. I forgot the word for it is double standards. Yes, I'm sorry. It's double standards.
If you don't do that, exactly. They will beat you. Unless you play their same game, they will beat you. Wouldn't that be the only way to do it for other creators to also drop having that sponsor? No, because if you just have a huge amount of negative criticism, it scares brands. That's all you have to do.
Now, I want to take this brief moment here to thank all of you, my patrons and YouTube members that support my work here on YouTube, and especially my 5-tail Fox member, Jans, and my 3-tail Fox members, Heath Rowell and Fenny Sylvy, for the incredible support to my work. You guys are amazing. Also thanks to any of you that support me through Tron for things to the channel and by promoting videos on Patreon. Sending super thanks, or you that just like watch and share my content. Thank you very much. You can support this channel life and growth with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. Check out my Patreon, link is in the description below. Yes, thank you everyone for watching. Well, I think we've said enough here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my links below. Patreon, Discord server. Consider helping me with Patreon. It helps me a lot. I think I changed the word a bit. And if you don't like Patreon for any reason, consider becoming a YouTube member. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you guys in the next one. Bye!